vehicle. He said personnel of the FRSC rushed the victims to the hospital where they were confirmed dead. He added that the driver of the minibus lost consciousness and is currently receiving treatment. It was gathered that some victims of the accident were university students. Correspondent Rejoice Amadi brings more details from the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, UPTH, where most of the victims were taken to.
Okay, so I saw the driver, and when I saw him, he was unconscious, and the entire students left too. Most of them are unconscious. And the security people were saying that they got 3 persons dead this morning. A baby, a 3-year-old boy, and a woman. Yeah, they are receiving treatment. The student that I saw is actually walking, but they have bruises all over her body. Some of the parents of the students, they came to take them away to other hospitals. That's what one of the nurses told me. The mood is very strong. Some people complaining that they are not attending to them, that the bed spaces did not have anything to attend to them. So they were calling for money so that they could pay and then have medical attention.
Earlier, some eyewitnesses spoke to our correspondent.
This morning while I was coming to work, between Eliozu and Amibara, a truck was parked. Then I saw a keke shuttle bus that was compressed. People gathered there. It seems there was a corpse inside the vehicle.
A small keke bus hit a stationary truck, and there are a lot of casualties on the road.
Moving on now, the upcoming local government elections in Rivers State may be heading for court as legal concerns trail the new August 30th date announced by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC, on Monday. Now, there are warnings that the polls could be declared unconstitutional given ongoing court cases challenging the authority of the state sole administrator, the same official who approved the new RISIEC board and election timetable. A professor of politics and governance, Ken Weke, says any actions taken under the current setup may not stand if the court rules against the administrator's appointment.
Of a full administrator to oversee Rivers State by the president is still not clear because there are litigations around it. And so it means that so many things that we may have within this period may be unconstitutional in terms of actions or inaction, including the removal of statutory membership of both agencies, commissions, including respect that we did. And so it could amount to illegality in action and inaction. If his position is still being contested, why would we want to spend the hard-earned resources of Rivers State in repeating what may likely be challenged?
Professor Weke, who is also a former RISIEC commissioner, also questioned the rush to conduct elections while emergency rule is still in place.
Best approach would have been to allow the governor of the state and with the assembly to come back if they said peace has returned, and then to properly reconstitute RISIEC since the former members, including the chairman, have been removed. And then they rub minds together with a view to finding a solution to reconstituting RISIEC and coming up with a timetable for another round of elections. Not just about the two gladiators, but the people of Rivers State. If you didn't do that, it's probably because people are looking for structures to put on ground. Structures can only stand today, but cannot stand the test of time.
Meanwhile, RISIEC says it's ready for the election next month. At a stakeholders meeting in Port Harcourt on Monday, RISIEC chairman Dr. Michael Ode announced August 30th as the new date, replacing the August 9th date that was set by the former chairman of the commission, retired Justice Adolfo Senebeli. Dr. Ode explained the reasons the election was postponed to the end of August.
Emphasis on any other emergency. By the powers vested upon the Commission by this provision, I hereby announce the postponement of the local government council election earlier fixed to hold on Saturday, 9th August 2025 for a very obvious and incontrovertible reason. The Commission hereby makes the following rules and regulations. Announcement of new date for the postponed elections. There shall be local government elections on Saturday, the 30th of August 2025.
The RISIEC chairman also promised to be fair to all political parties that will be participating in the elections, even as he called for adequate collaboration from critical stakeholders.
Today marks a critical milestone in our journey to ensure a transparent, free, fair, credible, and inclusive electoral process. Now, what we are about to unveil today is not merely a timetable of events. It is a commitment to electoral due process, to electoral timelines grounded in law, to fairness for all participants in the electoral process. We recognize that each one of you has a pivotal role to play in the process, and we look forward to continued collaboration.
While reactions from political parties have been mixed, now
people shouting this election, and we're ready.
But Hilda Dokubo says her late will study the new timetable before deciding.
We're all watching it. It's a beautiful drama. We don't know what script and which part of the play we're about to see. But I'm here with party representatives, so we will have a conversation. We have heard them, so we will hold our own conversation. And after we're done with our conversation, I'm sure we will also make a statement. I haven't even taken a second look at it. I don't know how they expect that we all work. If you say you are carrying over what was, did you tell us to keep our activities? Why are we trying to build something on nothing? Does it make any sense?
Legal advisor to the Action People's Party APP, Henry Ekene, expressed concern that the legal challenges could still arise if the issues behind the earlier postponement have not been fully addressed.
The chairman of the commission himself raised the ground for the justification for postponement of the election as earlier scheduled. Then the fundamental question is, if the situation we find Rivers State today, the declaration of state of emergency, is the reason for the postponement of the election on the 9th of August, are we therefore saying that by the 30th of August 2025, and that situation persists, that we will further postpone the election? Because if that justifies a ground for not holding the election on the 9th, and that ground continues and it stays, then it should put a question also in the election that the commission is preparing to conduct. So my expectation.
The deputy chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Committee IPAC in the state, Dr. Nnanna Nyekwere, said the council will also meet to study the newly unveiled revised electoral timetable.
We have received the timetable and program. As IPAC, we will study it and then reach out to them, whatever observations we have that will make this work or not work. We've already asked them for a meet, which they've also agreed. But we will meet tomorrow to study this and then talk with them. Because I've not had time to go through it, so I can't really say anything more about it. We all have concerns, but we need to look at them, study them, and speak sensibly. If I answer anything now, I'm answering without studying this.
Correspondent Suebi Oware reports that some civil society groups and youth coalitions at the meeting also raised questions about the timing and legality of the polls. Xavier Oscar, a member of the coalition of Rivers State, questioned the decision to hold elections while emergency rule is still in place.
And now we have seen a new commissioner. He and his team are going to collaborate with.
The question is how will an unrelenting challenge to the success of the forthcoming local government election.
Ballot box self will not even get to where it. Ballot box self will not even get to where it will be counted. I don't see me going out at the politician will come up and say, if you vote for me, you didn't vote, I must win. So what does that mean?
Even though my vote doesn't count today, my vote might count tomorrow. I will keep voting until we get it right. We can't just stop voting because we are not getting it right, and all of us will fold our hands and believe things will get better one day. We'll keep voting until a day will come. We say no, enough is enough. Our vote must count until count.
Everything that we is just for their benefit, so it's not for the benefit of we the masses. Even if you go out to vote, it will still not count. The people that want to be in charge will still take over the office, so they don't regard us because our vote will not count.
Still to come, President Tinubu confers Super Falcons with national honors. Stay with us. back, and now the rest of the news. The Director General of a socio-political group, Eche Liberation Movement, Promise Nwankwo, wants the former governor of Rivers State, Chibuike Amaechi, to desist from making further remarks about the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike. This follows report of Amaechi daring Wike to join him in a walk through the street of Port Harcourt to test their popularity among Rivers residents. But speaking during a solidarity walk in Olakwa Eche in support of Wike and President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, Nwankwo, also known as Etiopwe, criticized Amaechi.
This solidarity walk is a consolidation to what our leader, Nyesom Wike, had done for us in this local government. Some years back, the local government, he revamped the local government of its entirety. Nyesom Wike, that name is resonating above Nigeria. So, not me, Amaechi, should come to challenge Wike's voice, which is us, and not Wike. We've grown. Wike has matured men in the state. He should come to challenge us. So this is to show loyalty and the level of joy in our hearts, ignited by Nyesom Wike.
Also speaking, the Eche PDP women's leader, Cecilia Chidozie, commended the FCT minister for his contributions to women's development and empowerment in the local government area, while reaffirming their support for his leadership.
Today in Eche local government area, our women have every reason to celebrate our leader. When he was the governor, he made it compulsory for the 23 local governments for the women to occupy the vice chairman position. And since then, the women have been actively participating in politics. So the women are here today to celebrate. And when we celebrate him, we don't regret it. And today we stand here to say there is no ADC in Eche local government. The women are solidly behind our leader, Nyesom Wike. Whoever that wants to fight him should come and face the women first.
The group also reaffirmed their support for President Tinubu and dismissed the proposed coalition by the African Democratic Congress ADC, insisting that the people of Eche local government area stand firmly with the People's Democratic Party PDP. Well, away from that, the Okanama and paramount ruler of Oyorokoto community, Rukek Ngo, has commended the administrator of Anthony local government area, Atajit Francis, for his swift response and visit following the partial collapse of the community primary school, Oyorokoto. The building collapse left the head teacher of the school severely injured. Ngo, who is also the chief-elect of the community, appreciated the administrator's prompt show of concern and his promise to repair the damaged school facility, as well as his continued commitment to the welfare of the community. He further urged members of the public to disregard any claims or media publication by individuals posing as the paramount ruler of Oyorokoto, reaffirming his own position as the duly recognized traditional leader of the community. He spoke on behalf of the Ngawaja royal family and the entire Oyorokoto community.
We deeply appreciate the administrator for his show of love and promising to fix the primary school building and also provide security for the people of Oyorokoto. I wish to advise the general public to discountenance any information on radio from any person or group of persons purporting to be the paramount ruler of Oyorokoto. All the people of Oyorokoto to remain peaceful and law-abiding and go about their legitimate endeavor, working with relevant authorities to bring development to our dear community.
Now, elsewhere, the 5-day Rivers State Civil Service verification exercise may have ended on Monday, but the issues it raised have not. A journalist, Olaleko Ige, says the discrepancies in staff strength across ministries and departments in the Rivers State Civil Service showed the urgent need for fresh recruitment to boost productivity. Ige, who is the editor of the state-based newspaper Independent Monitor, told correspondent Mekotoka that available data shows several ministries are currently understaffed due to retirement, which could negatively impact their efficiency.
The state government itself had admitted that there were shortages in the civil service. So I'm sure you're aware that not too long ago, the recruitment even into state-owned higher institutions, there were recruitment of doctors not too long ago. So you have shortage of staff in almost every MDA. So the state government already appreciates that fact. So there is need for recruitment because the ones in the civil service are aging. I'm sure people retire almost on monthly basis. So naturally it will affect productivity.
Ige added that to ensure effective service delivery, some ministries have engaged casual workers to bridge the gap of being understaffed. He called for investment in the retraining of existing staff. Now, some residents of Port Harcourt also spoke on this.
It's good because they need to check it because some people are earning money without working anything, and if they let them check whether it's true.
If the objective is to check the presence of ghost workers, whether they achieve it or not, nobody knows. And even if when they don't achieve it, you will still see that the cost of maintaining the civil service will still be going high rather than coming down as a result of the exercise. It's more like a waste of time and resources of the people.
The thing I think about it is not necessary to just say they want cheap them out and they carry makeup. Some of them get one business or other within they do. So everybody can rely on top of the government work. So I don't think maybe it's necessary.
In other news, President Bola Tinubu has conferred national honors of Officer of the Order of the Niger on the Super Falcons following their victory at WAFCON. The president made this known when he received Super Falcons at the Villa. He also announced the award of the Naira equivalent of $100,000 to each of the 24 players and the Naira equivalent of $50,000 to the technical team. President Tinubu said he didn't want to watch the WAFCON final because he didn't want to have high blood pressure.
I hereby conferred on the players the 11-man technical team of $100,000 each to the 24 players and the equivalent of $50,000 to the 11-man technical team.
We'll bring you news from around the world.
A New York City police officer is among 4 people killed in a shooting inside a Midtown Manhattan high-rise. Police said the gunman walked into the office building on Monday evening with an MR rifle in clear view before spraying bullets in the lobby and on an upper floor. He then took his own life. The shooting in the center of the most populous U.S. city sent pedestrians running for cover as police warned of an active gunman around 1830 ET. Those inside the building cowered as gunfire echoed, some even piling couches and chairs against doors as they hid in offices. On the news this morning, you heard the FRSC has confirmed that 3 people died in Monday's minibus crash along the East-West Road in Port Harcourt. Legal concerns are trailing the new August date for Rivers LG elections. President Tinubu has conferred Super Falcons with national honors. On the foreign scene, police officer is among the victims of a shooting at a New York City office building. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.